The Campbell Soup VP was recorded saying crazy things about the company. He literally was saying that only poor people buy that soup, and he doesn't eat it because it's nasty. He also said that there's bioengineered meat in it.
So apparently and allegedly, the Campbell noodle soup is made from 3D printer. Let's talk about it. Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we want to talk about the famous canned food Campbell noodles, chicken noodle soup. So apparently and allegedly, I have to put out there, it's been said that the VP, the vice president of the company, was caught on recording saying how disgusting the food is and that he does not eat the food that the meats in their product is made with 3D printer and it's not good for the health and all that. And this was caught on recording by another security officers that work for the company when he went to discuss the salary with the vice president. And that was when the vice president went on a rant for 1 hour talking and just releasing all sort of stuff. And now this security guard is suing the company because after that meeting he was fired with no just cause, and now he's suing the company and releasing the recording for everybody to hear. Anyway guys, let's go check out the recording, the employee that was fired talking, and then people's reaction to it. And let me know if you know about the soup and if it's something you eat in your household. Anyway, let's go check it out and then we'll talk more.
A former Campbell Soup Company employee is taking legal action against the food giant, and he's making some explosive allegations about one of its top executives. Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Those allegations are now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour-long tirade attacking the company's products and employees before taking aim at its customers.
And the former employee recorded it all. Eric Erickson shares that recording and what the company is saying about it.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just part of an over an hour-long rant, says former security analyst for Campbell's, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
The recording allegedly of Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
He has no filter.
Bally, along with another supervisor and Campbell Soup Company, named in a lawsuit filed Thursday. The suit claiming Bally made racist remarks, admits to coming to work high, and Garza fired for coming forward.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
Garza says he usually worked remotely for Campbell's headquarters based in Camden, New Jersey. But thinking he'd be discussing his salary with Bally, he says the recording taken in person at a restaurant.
They couldn't think for the I'm like, you dumb
Garza says he felt sick after the rant, deciding to go to his direct supervisor in January, keeping the recordings to himself.
He had never had any disciplinary action. They had never written him up for poor work performance.
Garza says no one at Campbell's ever followed up, and it's taken him 10 months to find a new job, calling the way the canned soup company handled it simply terrible.
They have a motto, like we treat you like family, here at Campbell's, come work for us, we treat our employees like family. That's not the case.
We did just receive a statement from Campbell's that says, quote, if accurate, the comments in the recording are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company. We are actively investigating this matter. We've also reached out directly to Martin Bally. Erica Erickson.
Products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a A piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer? You?
Oh, hey, Martin, when Campbell's Soup said just add hot water, I don't think this is what they meant. So the recording that you just heard was allegedly made by this guy, Martin Bally, who is the Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer at Campbell's Soup. He was also allegedly caught saying things like Campbell's Soup is for poor people, and then making racist and disparaging remarks against Indian employees. Like, this is Campbell's Soup. Campbell's Soup is supposed to be one of those, like, wholesome American companies, something that you buy, you know, when your kids are at home sick. But instead, one of their executives is caught allegedly talking shit about the products, talking shit about the customers, talking shit about the employees. Comfort food, not so much, I guess. And the reason we know any of this information is because of this guy, Robert Garza, who said that he was having a meeting with this guy, and he went on this like hour-long rant about how shit the company is and how he hates basically their customers and their employees. So he reports it. He says, hey, you know, this is happening with this guy, you know, Martin Bally. And like 3 weeks later, he gets fired with no write-ups, no nothing. They're just like, yeah, you gotta go. You guys, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. And that's exactly what he did. And granted, this guy is in securities. He's not in like, you know, recipe development or like food science or anything like that. But I don't know, for me, if an executive is speaking this way about the company they work for, it makes me very wary. It makes me very cautious and rethink, you know, possibly buying products made by the company. But I guess we'll see how the lawsuit and, you know, the investigation goes.
So Campbell's Soup has 3D printed meat. And I know 'tis the season where people donate and they give canned goods and participate in food drives, but Campbell's needs to be on the boycott list immediately.
Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
And this is why we say a good portion of the things that we're experiencing in this country is a matter of a class issue versus just a race issue. These people at the top of these companies do not care about the consumer. Whether it's tech companies like Apple and how they unlawfully source things like cobalt from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, whether it's Amazon and the pay disparities that their workers are experiencing and the long hours that they are being overworked, and companies that are in charge of feeding us like Kellogg or Campbell, or fruit companies like Dole that have literally gone to places like Hawaii and Costa Rica and stolen up farmland. Do not buy Campbell's or anything that Campbell's is affiliated with.
We have been eating fake chicken. We knew we was eating fake chicken because it didn't taste like chicken. But to hear the Campbell's VP say, now that I know what's in there, I don't eat it. I'm not eating bioengineered meat. I'm not eating meat that came from a 3D printer. No wonder why we're all sick all the time. We are really eating fake fucking meat.
It's barely anymore. It's healthy. Now that I know what the in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat. Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
I don't understand why executives at Campbell's, their lawyers, some risk mitigation team didn't pay whatever they needed to pay to make sure that nobody ever heard this recording of a Campbell VP saying how disgusting their products are and how they're for poor people and how the meat is genetically engineered, printed, 3D printed slop. I just don't understand. The stock went down 3% today. I would be interested to see what that number looks like tomorrow morning when the market's open. This is the kind of PR nightmare that I would assume would be allotted millions in settlement money. Of course, yeah, disgusting, gross, don't eat Campbell's. Like, duh, if the people who work at corporate won't eat the product, you shouldn't eat the product. I'm now more curious how the corporate overlords let this one slip through the cracks. That shit is crazy. He said it's for poor people. It's like cartoonishly evil. You can't write this shit.
You know, Campbell's Noodle Soup, listen, you and your chicken cubes can hit the road, okay? Because I can make my own chicken noodle soup and have a soda on the side at the house, okay? Listen, because what you feeling like? Listen, first of all, it was already sus anyway, those little chicken cubes, because why chicken is in the form of a cube in the damn ways. Talking about some chicken noodle soup is for poor people, listen, okay? You finna get a taste of what it's like about to be poor, okay? I hope that your stocks tank so bad that you won't have 2 pennies left to rub together. I wouldn't even pay a penny for your thoughts. Let's be honest anyways, Campbell's Noodle Soup, listen, you and those chicken cubes, it was mad salty anyways, okay? You eat 1 can of noodle soup, listen, you is 1 can away from hypertension, okay? Listen, if I ever get a sniffle or a little tickle in my throat, you ain't got to worry about me grabbing a can of chicken noodle soup, okay? Because you and those cubes can hit the road, Jack. And for real, those chicken cubes wasn't even all that, okay? Let's be for real, okay? We was doing y'all a favor because honestly, I wouldn't even feed those chicken cubes to a stray cat in an alley.
Even though the Campbell's VP has officially been fired for saying that the Campbell's soup is actually meant for poor people, The main reason why I feel like he's been fired because he revealed this secret ingredient that the Campbell's soup actually contained, and he said it's actually made from bioengineered meat made from a 3D printer. I'm not surprised. The reason why I'm not surprised, because y'all, we eat this garbage every single day. We know the food that we ingest in our bodies is not good for you, but we do it anyway. I mean, think about the certain meats we eat. There's a lot of meats at these stores that's selling. It actually consists of lab grown. A lot of people still eat that. There are actually videos here I be seeing on Facebook where they actually show you how they make certain foods before they actually ship it out to the stores. It make it not want to eat that. I actually seen one video. It was a factory show you how they actually made those ramen noodles, but people still eating it. So what's the big deal? Because now we see what the Campbell's soup is actually made out of. Y'all still gonna use it, put in y'all dressing. Y'all still gonna use it for whatever you actually use to cook your food with, or maybe eat it like it is. So why y'all acting so surprised that it's got something in it that we're not supposed to be digesting our bodies? So now we know what Campbell's soup consists of. So it is your choice now that it's out there thanks to the VP. Are you going to continue to eat Campbell's soup, or are you going to stop eating it? Because at the end of the day, majority of people on here say they're not going to eat Campbell's soup. Yes, Charlotte, stop lying. You already know. Right now, you're just putting this out for content because it's trending. But at the end of the day, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. People use cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, whatever to make their dressing. You know, some people may not, but at the end of the day, people still going to eat that Campbell's soup. So I'm not surprised that the secret ingredient actually came out. So if you heard about this story, let me know in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about it.
The Campbell's soup VP was recorded saying crazy things about the company. He literally was saying that only poor people buy that soup, and he doesn't eat it because it's nasty. He also said that there's bioengineered meat in it, like 3D printed meat inside the soup, and said that it's not healthy. And it really just is so amazing to see all of this happen, because it's like, oh, well, you're just giving the consumer a reason to not buy your product because you actually don't even believe in your product. Yeah, you're the VP for this company, but like actually you are telling the public pretty much that the soup is poison. And obviously he probably didn't know he was being recorded, you know? But either way, that's how you genuinely feel about Campbell's soup as the VP of the company. And then knowing that, and knowing it's not healthy, and knowing that the meat is engineered in a lab and 3D printed, but then to still like be the VP of the company, it's like you're just the VP because you want the money, but you don't actually care how it affects people, how it's unhealthy for people, and then literally was calling the consumer of Campbell's soup poor. He was like, I don't buy our product because it's for poor people, pretty much is what he was saying. And it's like, oh, so you don't believe in your own product for your company, and you think that it's unhealthy, and you think that it's kind of toxic because there's 3D printed meat in it, and you also don't buy it because you believe that it's just for poor people, who then you're basically saying don't deserve to have anything healthy because they're poor. And so you don't care how the company is actually affecting anyone's health, because again, your company and your product is meant for poor people. Like, do you see how that's all realistically the craziest thing ever? Like, that's actually insane. And so obviously something's probably going to happen from this. But my thing is that just proves that maybe people don't need to be eating your product. Like, and that's just going to be bad for your company. Insane.
Campbell's Soup VP saying that he would never eat the soup because it's like bioengineered chicken and it's like disgusting. And then the Rubbermaid exec saying that he would never use Rubbermaid products. He only uses glass. Like, it's one thing to like not use the product that you're selling. I think that's actually kind of crazy. But saying that your product is actively harmful and having that on record. And the crazy thing is, like, I feel like all this is coming out like during the holidays, so like we all don't have the bandwidth to really like focus on like these things that are coming out. But like these should be jailable offenses, right? Like, if you're saying that your soup is so disgusting that you would never eat it, like it's only for poor people, and you're saying that your product is so toxic that you would never have it in your home. That's what the Rubbermaid person said. Like, they would never have the stuff in his home. That's how bad it is. Like, I don't know any friends that use Campbell's. And actually, even last night, like, my friend's Friendsgiving, like, they only gave out compostable containers for us to take food home. But, like, please, if you eat Campbell's, stop. If you use Rubbermaid products, please stop, right? Like, for our own health's sakes, please. Ugh.
Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section, share your thought. Let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. But please, as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're just here to have conversation. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. And do you eat Campbell food and noodles and all that? Do you eat it? And what do you think about it? I personally, I don't know this brand. I've never had it because obviously I'm in Nigeria. And but I know that definitely this brand is somewhere in Nigeria too, because Nigeria brings a lot of imported food in. But it's really disgusting to know that you're producing something that you know is toxic, that is poison to people, but yet you still producing it just to make money. And this is why, like, when we talk about the 1% billionaires and all that, they really don't care about the poor people, aka us. They really don't care about us. They just want to keep up putting out product for us and all that to consume, and then they make money. And this is why I usually say that, you see, those rich people, it's the poor people money they need to get rich. It's not even the rich man's money they need. It's the poor people, that $1, $2, they need those dollars to get rich. And as people, as poor people, we should always know where we put our money and just be very intentional. I know for sure that there's a lot of poisonous food out there sold in the market. A lot of engineer MGO food and all that, chemical lab produced food, all that. I know for sure. And this is why, like, as people, we really need to be careful, especially what we put into our body, because that's causing a lot of people to sick. And that's why we've seen a lot of different type of illness, like, just keep springing up here and there, left and right. And that's because the meat, the food we're eating, they are not good for our body. Our body is literally rejecting it. And so as people, especially this holiday season, we should just really be careful. I'm happy that this company is being, like, the security guy is suing the company, but also how many more in my own head, this is what I'm thinking, in my own head, how many more of these type of companies are out there that we are still giving our money and still benefiting of. I know they don't care about us, but the truth is that, what can we do? Because at this point, if we say, oh, let's boycott them, what are we going to eat? And that's one thing, as humans, as people that exist, we need to eat. Some people say, oh, let's start growing our own things. How many things do you want to grow? You get it? So I just feel like it's really, really deep rooted and all that. But how do we go around this? I'd like to know you guys' take on this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead, feel free, share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.